need to hit at least one enemy to get a charge back. So that was a million slash stick, and I don't even have a ribbon. Aha. Exactly. Wow. 5 million, yeah. It's kind of what I predicted. Sentient Barrage. Let's take a look on it and how does it perform. New mod, Nightwave. For the Battacor. The Battacor is a very unique weapon. I like it a lot. You can see by the amount of builds that I got a Riven and a 10 Forma. So this is what it usually, how it usually performs. If I'm not wrong, it has multiplicative scaling with the CO. And so after we get a kill, it starts ramping up pretty quickly. And now that we have everything pretty much stacked, we can get some pretty chunky slash sticks when we get them. But for the primary fire is kind of crazy. But I have to say that this weapon is feeling weird right now. I'm not sure if it was always like this, where the status does not give you a charge. If it wasn't like this, then that is a pretty big L for the weapon. Yeah, it's been a while since I've last used this, but it is interesting. Deals good damage. Of course, my Riven has a good amount of Bane or Grenier, so I'm getting over 100% Bane or damage to Grenier. And that makes it much deadly. Now with Sentient Barrage and without a Riven, let's take a look at how this handles. Of course, this is a initial build. We're looking at Hunter Munitions, which might not be. It is not the best thing to build your Arcane. Deadhead, of course, but I am testing to see, and we're gonna attempt to make some other builds in a bit, to see what can possibly suit this new mod better. Got our 3 stacks, and now as for every enemy that we hit, we're gonna get those charges back. We need to hit at least one enemy to get a charge back. So that was a million slash stick, and I don't even have a Riven. That is pretty good. With Hunter Munitions, what you can do is to just shoot until you get the procs. And repeat that. But for a single enemy, to hit a single enemy, it is, yeah, it is not really good. You have 2 charges. 2 charges are much better than 1, but yeah. If you just keep trying to hit one enemy, it is really, really not good. It's pretty far from good. Yeah. But now if you hit 3 targets, you just manage to ramp that up and get it going. I think that probably the worst thing that it's gonna be now is really to get started, to proc your Arcane and stuff, because at least mine is it's not the ideal. If you use something like Dexterity or who knows, even Merciless, you might have a better chance, but these are 195 Exogoxted officers from Steel Path, so they're pretty tanky. And yeah, that is a million slash stick and zero viral there. So we could be looking at some pretty crazy numbers. It's just the problem right now with the weapon is the activation or getting the charges, which is that's really not good. Not getting from status effect skills. But the augment is pretty interesting. What I do want to test is to see if we can maybe make the same thing but to work with an element. I'm gonna bring this one, take this off, so I have high voltage, only electricity. This would be aptitude. What am I using here? Sentient Barrage. We're gonna dismiss our fire rate for now. Let's go with a Corrosive. Let's make this, and we can even put this here. Yep, on the very edge, but Wait a minute. Point strike, vital sense. I'm missing the Bane. The Bane is probably not gonna make that big of a difference here because we're not using dots, but still, just for the sake of consistency, I'm gonna be using it. Maybe hammer shot would be better, but let's put a corrosive. Let's get our corrosive. That's not it. Let's go. This is gonna allow us for a better arcane stacking, definitely. So let's see. And kill. Yeah, the fire rate is terrible. At least we got one. Nothing too crazy, but decent. These have an extremely high armor compared to kind of the rest of the game, but it's like an initial steel path, but this steel does interesting damage considering that we're not using the ribbon. Of course we're hitting headshots and stuff, but see body shots. Body shots are not the best. Yeah. But yeah, it makes the primary fire much better now. Yeah. It's okay. This could potentially, if we use viral, would be completely crazy. We would definitely hit the millions. I would say that we could potentially achieve the who knows, 5 million, something like that. It's just what I think. No idea for now. Stacking is much easier. Without any stripping or anything. Damages isn't crazy. So. Aha. Exactly. Wow. 5 million, yeah. It's kind of what I predicted. Falls off a lot. Seems like the most viable way to keep shooting this is using viral with armor stripped. But yeah, I think the hunter munition build still isn't that bad. It's just the problem of getting the arcane to proc, and yeah, full charge increases the critical chance of critical damage. I thought each charge would give you a bit, but it's not. So as long as you have a stack and you keep shooting, you will eventually kill stuff. That is, I think, the basic. I think maybe we should discuss Rivens, because I don't think there is anything else too great to talk about it. I don't think I would trade. We don't have even the radial attack anymore. The radial attack is gone. So aptitude is working at its full, I think. I haven't even primed the enemies. So we could just try this one too. Priming to get the first kill might be the thing. But... oh my god. Let's see if we prime this. Oh my god. Shooting in the chaos. Seems very effective. Yeah. It's a shame we don't get the... yeah. We're not getting the charge back with the kills. That is a shame. But pretty interesting, but it completely changes the rhythm of the weapon. Instead of just having to shoot the primary fire and then use the secondary fire eventually, you can just spam the secondary fire. So what's the use for this? I would say if you're dealing with the crowds, if you have a this seems like one of the potentially one of the strongest hall or corridor clears right now. I used to say that the Netherrock was one of the best weapons for this, but after looking at something like this, I think we have a new candidate. Yeah. It's looking promising. It's just getting the... your problem will be getting the first charge. After you get that, you shouldn't have any problem. Yeah. Unless you lose your stacks. But as long as you have one charge, you should be good. You already liked the Battacor before. This makes it interesting. But... really... let me just try something. Let me just try this to see. Yeah. I'm really thinking like where to implement this. Because let's be honest, if you weren't using the Battacor before, the chances of you using the Battacor now aren't really good. But I've showed in a video probably years ago now that you can get the charges from the Battacor. You can get sometimes more than one charge per enemy killed with Zada's Whisper. And yeah, that is kind of... yeah, what even to say? So, let's see something. You guys saw that, right? Was he like too close, or I just... yeah, maybe it was too close. Sometimes I'm getting 2 charges from hitting one enemy because it's hitting the enemy nearby. Question is redirecting the beam, or is it just too close? I think it's just too close. Yeah, probably. Or maybe it goes through. Ah. No, it's not going. Or is it? Ah. It's a bit weird to work with. Let's just try one more time. Let's see. Got an armor strip for easy kill. Okay, got one charge there. I'm trying to get to trigger multiple charges. Couldn't see if that was one actually. Or maybe even you could get like the charges back from the secondary fire with the Battacor. It's just been so long. Is this mod good? Yes. Is it worth building the Battacor just for this mod? Probably not. if you don't have a better hull or corridor clearer like this, if you don't have like a Natteruk or something like that, or you don't enjoy the Natteruk, then this might be a good option for you after you get your first charge. Other than that, if you were not using the Battacor before, chances of you using now are pretty low. So it's not like the Ocucore mod that completely changes the weapon and makes it much better. This increases the damage actually dramatically. But as for usability, it's kind of hard to say, because where I can see the use for this, maybe endurance runs, survivals, and stuff like that. Other than that, I cannot really see it being used anywhere else. That's what I think. Leave it a like, subscribe. Peace.
Till next time, friends.